Hi, this is a video direct instruction to support you for April 6th through April 10th. On the learning targets, I can identify and determine characteristics of a parabola from a graph and from an equation. So this is to support for Math IXL Algebra 1 skills, BB number 1, BB number 2, and the Khan Academy assignments that were recently assigned. Parabolas are the graphs of quadratic functions. I got this idea from the Khan Academy video where they have several different graphs already kind of on the coordinate plane, and they just do a little brief overview. So first thing is, look here at these orange dots. See that I just made orange? Those are X-Intercepts. So in orange are X-Intercepts. Now, not all parabolas have X-intercepts. For example, the green parabola does not. X-intercepts, they're going to have an X value and a 0 for the Y. And sometimes there's none, sometimes there's 1, and sometimes there's 2. This might be an example of a parabola that only has one X-intercept. Okay, so you can see how that X-intercept would be right there. Okay, so there's an example with 1. The next thing we're going to be looking for is the Y-intercept. Now, right now, the Y-intercept, only this green one has the Y-intercept. Now, remember, a Y-intercept has an X that's 0 and has some kind of number for the Y. Okay, so there is a number that we can find that would go with the zeros, whether it be X-intercepts, and you have the Y's are 0, or you have Y-intercepts, and the X value is 0, but the other has a number. Now, the next thing that we're supposed to talk about is whether it opens up, like this one opens up, and then this vertex is a minimum. Or if the vertex is a maximum because this opens down. So we have our X-intercepts, we have our Y-intercept, we have our vertex being minimum or maximum, and the other characteristic that you're going to be looking for is the Axis of Symmetry. And that would be a line that cuts the parabola into halves. Okay? I'm not going to draw it for the black one down here. So that would be the Axis of Symmetry. So those are the different parts that we're looking for you to be able to identify. So does it open up or down? Can you see the Y-intercept? Can you see and name the X-intercepts and the Y-intercepts? Can you see and name the vertex, whether it's a min or a maximum? And can you see and name the Axis of Symmetry? Now, in this problem, I'm going to start with the Axis of Symmetry because I want you to see right here in orange is that Axis of Symmetry that goes right down the center. And that's always going to be X equals something. In this case, it looks like it's X equals 2. So we went 2 places over. So that's X equals 2. The Axis of Symmetry is always a vertical line. And a vertical line is always X equal. Now, next thing I want you to notice is on the Axis of Symmetry, you'll always find the vertex. Okay, so there's the vertex. It's a minimum vertex. It's a minimum vertex. So the vertex is a minimum. Because it's opening up the parabola. You can see how it shoots up. Now we like to know the coordinates for that vertex. So what do we have? We have the same X. So the vertex is going to be X equals 2. And then it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. So that would be my vertex. Next piece or characteristic is the Y-intercept. So there's the Y-intercept. The Y-intercept, remember, it's going to be x equals 0. 1, 2, 3, and it is -4 for the Y because it went down. So we got our axis symmetry and we named it. We got our vertex identified and named it with its coordinates and that it's a minimum. The X-intercepts. If you're looking for the X-intercepts, remember that's what crosses the x-axis. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8, 0, and this one is going to be 1, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be -4, 0. And that would be our x-intercepts. So we got our x-intercepts are in purple. We have our Y-intercept in green. We have our axis of symmetry in orange. And we got our vertex in blue. And then also we identify that it goes up. So these are all the characteristics of the parabola graph that Math IXL and Khan Academy are going to ask you about. One thing before I leave this slide, I want us to check out how I'm going to do it with this color here. Do you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see how this is 6 away and this is 6 away? That's why it's the axis symmetry, because it's going to cut these perfect. Just like here, it's always going to be a reflective point on the axis symmetry. So the axis symmetry cuts that parabola into 2 equal halves. Let's look at when we have the quadratic equation, y equals a x squared plus bx plus c. This is what we're going to call the quadratic standard form. And we can see here where the a is, that there's a 1. And where the b is, there's an 8. And where the c in is a 12. Now when we have it in standard form, and we can identify the b and the a, I want you to know that the axis symmetry is this formula right here. It's the opposite of b over 2 times the a. So this gives me an axis symmetry of x equals -4. So this is how we can find the axis of symmetry using this formula. Only when we can get the a, b, and c. Now another thing I want you to know is that we can also find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is just whatever the c value is. So the c value is the y-intercept. So this is how we learn to use patterns to get information for us about the graph. Right here now, you can see how I found the axis symmetry. Axis symmetry, and sometimes they use AOS for that. That's -4. That's a vertical line. The 12 that 0, 12, that is the y-intercept. Now, if I'm at my axis symmetry, and right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 12 there, then 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to have a reflective point right here. See, so I have that reflective point there. So that's why we like that axis symmetry. Now, because we can get reflective points. Now, here's something to think about. If x equals -4, okay? So I want you to follow with me here. We know that we got the x equals -4. And I know my vertex has to be on here. If I take that -4 and I put that in for x, I'm going to get 16 plus -32 plus 12. And that's going to give me -16 plus 12. And that's going to give me -4. That -4, that is y equals -4 when, coincidentally, that the x equals -4. So if I go to my axis symmetry and I go down 4, right there, now I have enough that I can get my axis symmetry, or I can get my parabola. Let me do that in a different color. See, with my 3 points, I get a nice little sketch. I got my vertex. I've got my y-intercept, and I got its reflection point. Now, I also would like to be able to get the x-intercepts, but right now, my graph's not real accurate, and we're going to learn another way to find the x-intercepts in a later video. So let's go through again. If you can name your A, and your B, and your C. The y-intercept is 0 and whatever the C value is. The axis symmetry is going to be the opposite of B. See how it's a negative B? So if B is positive, it turns negative. And that gives us our axis symmetry. It's a vertical line. Once you get your axis symmetry, you could take your equation and remember to put parentheses whenever you're doing substitution. And you get your vertex point. You got to put those together. When you put together the axis symmetry and the value you find when you put that x number in, that gives you your vertex. And we can see that vertex was a minimum. There's that y-intercept, that 0, 12 up there. And then that gives us enough that we can get our sketch. And just a sketch. On the Khan Academy and the Math IXL, they'll look better drawn. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that you got some examples here so that you can find these characteristics, whether it goes up or down, what the y-intercept is, if the x-intercepts are there, what they are, if the vertex is a maximum or minimum, and then what is the equation of that axis of symmetry, that x equals. So we're up to over 15 minutes on this video, so I'm sorry it took so long. Please try your best. Send me any snapshots of any problems that you did. Send me some questions. And if you want to send me some photos of your work, that'd be great too. Have a great day. Stay home. Stay healthy. Just try your best and stay in touch. Send me an email. Hope you're doing well.